Hi, dear friends, welcome to Philo of Life, the channel dedicated to sharing knowledge and personal development. Unleash the power of wisdom, foster innovative thinking, and shape your future through profound videos. This week, my friends and I will immerse ourselves in new journeys, collectively creating memorable experiences. There will be challenges to overcome, opportunities for learning, and moments to share joy. We will accompany each other, building strong relationships and savoring simple yet profoundly joyful moments. Let's together anticipate and embrace the goodness that this week brings, crafting a vibrant new chapter in our journey. One warm afternoon, along the verdant riverbank, there stood a small bridge leading to a tranquil little town. The townspeople immersed themselves in the beauty of nature, keeping their souls open to the philosophy of the river as described by renowned writers worldwide. On a beautiful day, the small bridge welcomed a traveler, someone who had journeyed far and wide in search of the meaning of life. Her name was Lila, a young and passionate writer eager to explore the wonders hidden in the smallest corners of the world. On her first day in the town, Lila surrendered herself to the embrace of nature. She strolled along the riverbank, feeling the salty breeze, admiring the sunset adorned with the shimmering lights of lanterns. She observed the townspeople engaging in light conversations under the shade of trees, feeling as though she was immersing herself in the river philosophy described by talented writers. On the second day, Lila decided to visit an ancient temple where her mentor, a philosopher, once spoke about the relationship between humans and nature as a nurturing environment for the soul. The temple was surrounded by rare flowers and ancient trees, each branch and leaf telling a story of life and existence. Throughout her days in the small town, Lila not only admired the beauty of nature but also discovered the meaning of life in the relationships between people and the surrounding environment. She realized that, like the gentle flow of the river, life can pass by softly and meaningfully if we listen and share beautiful moments, just as the talented writers had described. The importance of small experiences is a meaningful statement, triumphing simplicity with valuable and precious virtues. Despite appearing small and simple, these experiences continually contribute to our lives, forming a delicate and rich tapestry of our personal journey. In modern society, where emphasis is often placed on great success and material heights, we might easily overlook the value of simple moments. Small experiences can include a leisurely walk under the warm sun, a brief chat with loved ones, or even a smile from a colleague. These moments are not only easily forgotten but also serve as motivation and positive energy. We often realize that true happiness comes from small changes in our mood and mindset, rather than from significant successes and breakthroughs. The importance of small experiences is also evident in our ability to understand and appreciate the simple things around us. It could be the beauty of a small flower, the aroma of morning coffee, or the warm feeling of a hug from a loved one. The importance of small experiences lies not only in helping us stay grounded in the fast-paced rhythm of life, but also in making life more meaningful, beautiful, and filled with happiness from seemingly insignificant things. One day, under the azure sky, where a gentle river flowed through lush green fields, there stood an ancient wooden bridge. This bridge connected two contrasting worlds, the world of animals and the world of humans. On one side of the bridge, a swarm of small butterflies immersed themselves in the fragrance of pink and purple wildflowers. They danced in the wind, savoring the simplest joy of life. Meanwhile, on the other side, the eyes of a flock of birds immersed themselves in the beauty of the smooth blue canvas of the river. One day, a pure white wolf arrived and sat on the wooden bridge. He looked at the flowing river, observed the butterflies and birds, and said, "Life is a river, never ceasing to flow, and each water droplet holds a special moment." Those butterflies and birds probably understand this. They know how to enjoy the smallest moments that life offers. The butterflies and birds listened and felt. They began to perceive their lives more profoundly, relishing every tiny moment that nature bestowed upon them. They realized that true happiness lies in the ability to experience and understand the simplest aspects of life. The pure white wolf spoke, "Living is like flowing with the river. Sometimes, stop, gaze at the moments around you, and enjoy the beauty of life. It is in the smallest things that we find the greatest meaning." From then on, the swarm of butterflies and the flock of birds not only fluttered and sang but also learned to appreciate every moment, making the wooden bridge a crossroads between the philosophy of the river and the happiness found in simplicity. Finding happiness in simplicity is a powerful statement about the importance of seeking happiness in the simple and small things in life. While it may seem a slight departure from grand and distant aspirations, the meaning behind this phrase is an understanding of the true value of experiences and subtle joys in everyday life. In a modern world where pressures and expectations often weigh heavily on us, the significance of seeking happiness in simplicity becomes more crucial than ever. Not everything needs to be grand or complex to bring happiness. Sometimes, just a stroll under the blue sky, a gentle chat with loved ones, or even a delicious meal can make our hearts happy. Finding happiness in simplicity is also about cherishing the little things in life. Moments that seem ordinary can become memorable if we know how to appreciate and remember them. True happiness often lies in small details, in green fields, the soothing sound of ocean waves, or the warm feeling of sunlight. Finding happiness in simplicity is a meaningful message, emphasizing that true happiness lies in the ability to appreciate and enjoy the simplest aspects of life. In the unusually picturesque valley, concealing the secrets of the magnificent Alps, resides a young man named Alessio. From a young age, Alessio has experienced the majestic beauty of nature and imbibed the river philosophy of the renowned writer Hermann Hesse through his tales. Every morning, Alessio awakens to the gentle mountain breeze and the breathtaking paintings of sunrise. However, day by day, he realizes that something is missing in his life, something that the river philosophy could help him understand better. One day, Alessio spotted a peculiar salmon floating on the surface of the river. Despite the strong current, the salmon maintained its lightness, savoring each moment. They seem to symbolize humility and the miraculous strength of the river philosophy. Alessio decided to learn from the salmon. He not only stopped at admiration but also began to live a simple, confident, and robust life like the salmon. He shared joy with those around him and conveyed Hermann Hesse's river philosophy, helping others view life from a new perspective. Gradually, the Alps Valley immersed itself in Alessio's humble soul. The river flowed through every mountain peak, carrying the story of humility and the strength of the river philosophy. Alessio became an inspiration to those around him, turning the valley into a vibrant canvas of love and understanding of the value of humility. Understanding the value of humility is a statement about the importance of humility in life, understanding and appreciating the value of simplicity and enjoying the little things. Humility is not just a personal trait but also a philosophy that helps individuals find the true meaning of life. In a world filled with pressure and competition, understanding the value of humility becomes more critical than ever. It forms the foundation for a peaceful soul, helping individuals realize that true happiness doesn't come from possessing a lot but from the ability to appreciate and be grateful for what one has. Humility helps us see ourselves and life honestly. It is a mindset that views every challenge as an opportunity for learning, unhesitant in accepting failures to become stronger. Humility also teaches us to share and support others, understanding that happiness is not only individual but also communal. A humble soul is never arrogant or selfish. Instead, it relies on gratitude and appreciation for simple things. Amid the ups and downs of life, humility is a source of encouragement, helping us overcome difficulties without losing an optimistic outlook. Understanding the value of humility is a reminder of the importance of humility in building a meaningful and happy life, where individuals can achieve true wealth through subtlety and gratitude. On the coast of a mystical island lives a woman named Isabella. Not famous, her heart and soul are as beautiful as the natural canvas the island provides. Living a simple life, she savors every moment and understands the value of natural happiness. Each morning, Isabella wakes up to the radiant sunrise. Stepping out of her small home, she hears the soothing sound of the ocean waves and inhales the salty air. Isabella knows that in these simple moments, natural happiness awaits her. One day, as Isabella strolls on the smooth white sand, she notices a flock of seagulls soaring in the azure sky. Watching them freely glide through the air, Isabella realizes that happiness doesn't come from confinement or frantic work, but from freedom and connection with nature. During moments of solace, Isabella often sits beneath an ancient oak tree. Seeing the tree grow from the ground, robust and resilient, symbolizing life and patience, she learns about respecting time and embracing life's ups and downs, inspired by the life philosophy of Paulo Coelho. On the full moon celebration, Isabella hosts a small party under the shade of the oak tree, inviting animals and plants. Everything comes alive, and she understands that sharing and interacting with nature is the key to unlocking the door of happiness. Isabella becomes an open book, narrating natural experiences and life's lessons. Her small island becomes renowned not just for its natural beauty but also for the appreciative soul and natural happiness that Isabella shares with everyone. Natural happiness is a concept about joy and happiness arising from experiences and connection with the natural world around us. The essence of natural happiness lies in simplicity and authenticity, not relying on material possessions or grand achievements. In modern society, many seek happiness through career success, material possessions, or even entertainment experiences. However, the concept of natural happiness suggests that true happiness lies in the simplest and most natural aspects of life. Enjoying the sunrise every morning, admiring the painting of wildflowers, or even just sitting quietly and listening to the sound of ocean waves, all these are simple yet profoundly joyful experiences. Natural happiness brings us back to our roots, connecting with the essence of life and the natural beauty often overlooked in our hectic lives. Connection with nature also brings a sense of tranquility and peace to the soul. In essence, natural happiness is not a distant goal but a state of mind that we can experience daily through recognizing and appreciating the small gifts nature bestows upon us. Natural happiness is about understanding that the beauty and value of life don't always come with complexity or grandiosity. It lies in the simple, elegant aspects of life, creating a positive and profound perspective on the meaning of happiness in each of our breaths. On the azure coast of a small village lives a woman named Emma. A nature researcher, Emma's life has witnessed significant challenges from the modern world. She is a believer in the fundamental values of life and compassion. One day, Emma realizes that the beautiful coastline of her village is heavily polluted due to plastic waste. The challenge of protecting nature and preserving the beauty of the environment is now in front of her. To confront this challenge, Emma decides to take action. Emma calls upon the community to join a campaign to clean the coastline. She shares with everyone the life philosophy of Thich Nhat Hanh regarding the connection between humans and nature. The revered teacher contributes meaningful insights about our role as part of the environment, emphasizing that the suffering of the ocean is our suffering as well. Day by day, the community supports Emma in cleaning the coastline, mobilizing both children and adults. They understand that environmental protection is not just a responsibility but also a way to preserve the fundamental values of life itself and the beauty of nature. As the work is completed, the coastline becomes bright and full of vitality. Emma and the community have demonstrated that modern challenges cannot erase the fundamental meaning of life. Unity, love, and love for nature not only address the environmental issue but also create basic happiness for everyone in the village. Life becomes more meaningful when we face challenges and uphold the simplest values. The modern challenge with fundamental meaning is a topic reflecting on the difficulties and challenges that humans face in the modern environment while highlighting the value of fundamental meanings in life. The significance of this topic lies in the recognition of the importance of basic values while facing the pressures and challenges of today's world. In modern society, people often have to cope with a fast-paced life, advanced technology, and significant changes. This creates new challenges, from mental health issues to work and social life pressures. However, the topic, the modern challenge with fundamental meaning, emphasizes that amidst these difficulties, basic meanings such as love, understanding, and compassion remain unchanged in value. Understanding and facing modern challenges require sharpness and adaptability. However, keeping basic values like sincerity, respect, and loyalty still determines the construction of a meaningful life. In the face of challenging situations, unity and human connections become even more crucial. Facing the modern world, we need to re-evaluate the basic values we are pursuing. In difficult situations, maintaining loyalty, sincerity, and affection remains a strong foundation to confront any challenge. The modern challenge with fundamental meaning is a reminder of the importance of timeless simple values. The journey of exploring basic happiness has taken us through simple yet immensely joyful experiences. We have learned that simplicity and savoring the small things around us are the keys to unlocking happiness in today's modern life. Finally, I want to express profound gratitude to everyone who has joined us on this journey. The sharing, dedication, and love that each person has brought have made the journey more meaningful than ever. We remember beautiful sunset evenings, the laughter of children, and gentle rainy afternoons. Those small things have painted a grand picture of happiness, making life rich and worth living. Let's continue to cherish simple moments and small joys, for it is within them that we will find boundless happiness. Thank you for exploring and sharing happiness derived from basic things, creating a meaningful and fulfilling journey together.